Let's talk about how much do you make compared to your city's average? Well, I know Tommy back there was probably in the lower half of his average when it comes to
Lower?
this.
No, bro. He was not even. Look, he was not even 1577 range.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
What's
you
happening
look
here?
at look. So here are a couple of screenshots from the Solo app, and it shows different drivers on their city's average compared to what they make. So the first screenshot shows
Really?
their hourly average of 35.72 when St. Louis's average is 22.04. So good job, driver. You're making over that, which is awesome. And Northern Maryland, I guess $14 an hour. So like I said, the lower half of that average. They were definitely, if they were driving Lyft, they would definitely be getting their earnings boost, I'm sure, for the 70/30. Um, and then the other driver who shows their average is 32.16 for the Santa Barbara average is 18.23. So these drivers are definitely doing something right. And then we have our driver in the center who is averaging 41.42 an hour. So awesome job there. Um,
Yeah.
really taking advantage of just
Well,
making
these
smart
are
decisions.
this is from our audience members, by the way. Actually, you may know if you're watching now, you may know who you are. I'm not going to say the names, but both drivers, right? Almost, well, not almost. Actually, let's see. Yeah, definitely more than double the average. That's what you're supposed to do, right there. Okay, forget the average. We're not average here. We don't do anything on average here. We don't like average. Way
No, we
above
want you in the
average.
top.
Double the
We want you in the
average.
top.
We
Yeah.
want top 2%. We want to be in the top 2% of drivers in your city. So this kind of proves, Chris, that this is the average. There are people below that 1577. You know that,
Yeah.
right? All right.
Oh, yeah.
So let's
That's
assume
how averages work.
12, let's say 12 is the bottom 10% of drivers in that given city, right? This driver is at 32. So between the RSG driver versus the below average driver, it's like 2x, 2.5x. I mean, people, there's a way of doing this. This is the way to do it. And if you have the Solo app, it'll track all of that, your taxes, your expenses, all that good stuff. And we like the Solo app here, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the thing. If you don't have it yet, download it. And, one of the things I want to know, try looking it up. And one of the things that we can look at is our apps, and we can figure out when it's going to be busy, where it might be busy. And we have to continually check everything in order to follow the trends and see where things are. And then, one of the other things too is, I don't know about you, but when I was driving for a while, like at the beginning, I would kind of get in the same routine. I would drive kind of the same type of routine.
Yep.
Um, Start by my house. I would get something that would be kind of close to the mall or the airport. It would go towards some of the colleges, and then I would be driving around the colleges most of the time. And sometimes it would go to downtown, but it would always kind of be in the same sort of routine. When you look at apps like this, like Solo, it's going to show you your areas where it's going to be busy at different times. So you can use that information to maybe change your routine. Because if you were doing pretty well before, maybe you are leaving money on the table by not realizing where things are busy, when it's busy. And you can actually change and adjust your schedule, your time to be a little bit more uh, open to making more money and things like that. So, or
Yeah.
just trying a different routine, because if things get so monotonous, you might get bored of it and it's just not fun anymore. You change things up and, you're getting a whole different breed of people. You're getting a whole different side of the city. So there's a lot of different things that you can do in order to do that. So I like that where it shows you a lot more information, and yeah, and then it tracks everything. So that Tommy from a couple segments ago, he could definitely use this app and maybe making some more money instead of
Yeah.
$14 an hour.
No, I agree with Chris 100% on this. So use technology for your advantage, number one, okay?
Gotcha.
Because technology can figure things out a lot faster than your brain can. And, then you're just gonna ease into your day as opposed to, watching every ping or doing whatever. Plus, they have a guarantee. So this is definitely not correct. I mean, I'm not saying you're incorrect. Oh, no. They're not going to deactivate you for that. No. DoorDash did deactivate for usage of Para and other apps, but not for solo. That's not the case. There was one other good question I put up. Somebody asked door to door, online or active. Look, we talked about that a million times, but let's do it, make it 1,000,001. The most honest way is door to door, because literally while you're sitting on your couch, you could get a ping. You start getting paid going somewhere. And on your way home, you can get paid with a trip getting close to your house. My advice always would be door to door. If you don't want that, if you're in a rural area that you can't get out, you have to drive a few miles, whatever. In fact, we'll have a behind the wheel coming up that this gentleman drives like an hour to just start working. The point I'm trying to make is, don't make it fit you, right? You have to figure something out. The last thing that you should use is active hour. That's bullshit. That's hocus pocus. That's garbage. That's bullshit. Forget that. That's made up terms.
Especially if your car's
if
running
nothing,
in the middle
use
of
if nothing, use online hours. That's it.
Yeah,
because
honestly,
that's when you can write off the miles. Turn the app on, start writing off the miles. There you go.
First of all, even it doesn't matter. Even if you're in a rural area and you have to drive an hour, you are still putting miles on the car. So that means you are using your car to go and make money, and you have to reposition yourself. So yes, it's still the door to door. That is going to be the most accurate, because it's just going to tell you all of the miles that you're driving that's related to driving for Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, whatever platform you might be on at the time. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you have to drive an hour to go to the city or not. You got to account for those miles that are on there too.
Yeah, and most importantly, if you're in a rural area or small town, whatever, that the second you start your car, start your app. Those miles are all tax deductible miles. So I mean, you have to do that. Don't just willy-nilly, or when you're repositioning, keep your app on, man. All you have to do is just decline if you don't like it.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.